Hey, what's up? It's Darren. So the Apple event has just finished and we're going to get some new products. We're going to see a new iPad, a new iPad mini, a new Apple Watch Series 7. But what everyone was interested in is what this new iPhone 13 is going to be about. Now the iPhone 13 Pro and the iPhone 13 are both going to get a feature which for me, I know for a lot of people have been wanting for a while now. The video on the iPhone 13 and the 11 and the 12 is always brilliant. The video quality for an iPhone is fantastic with that small sensor size. The quality is amazing. But what we wanted for a while now is a portrait mode, so a portrait video. It's been rumored for a while, and now we're going to see on the new iPhone 13 and the Pro, which is cinematic mode. Now what this does is this is able now to do rack focusing, so you can point on different areas of the video and choose your focus point. It's also going to help for maybe talking head videos like this, where you can have the background blown out. So it's going to be super interesting to see just how this is like in real life. Is it going to be good? When the portrait photo came out, it was a bit buggy at first, and then it's got to be really good. And portrait photo mode is brilliant. So we're just going to hope that the cinematic video is going to be just as good. From certainly some of the feature videos that they showed on the presentation, it looks great quality, being able to just focus on different areas, but also to have that really nice background blur. A couple of points, it is limited to 1080p 30, so you're not going to be able to do it in 4K, but I think for most of the time that's going to be good enough, and it's going to be interesting to see what it's like from a static point like this to also when you're out and about filming somebody. Is that bokeh going to be decent? You know, is it going to be responsive? Is it going to be a lot of hunting? Now there are apps already out there on the iPhone and they are good, they work. I'm going to switch to one in a second, but the downside to a lot of them is that there's no stabilization. The stabilization on the phone is already fantastic, but a lot of these focusing, the background focus apps, disable stabilization. So let's just switch over to one of them now and I'll show you how it works. So I'm now recording on the iPhone using an app called Focus Live. And what's good about this is you record normally, and then afterwards you can go into edit on the app and then you can change this. And you can now change your focus points already. So if I wanted the background to be in focus, I could click on the app and it would do that. If I wanted me in focus, and it blurs some of that background behind. Now for this situation, it's decent because the phone is on a tripod. But when I take it outside, there's no stabilization. You need to put it on a gimbal. So these apps are decent. It's great to see that they've been around for a while now. But if we can have something built into the iPhone, which is going to be stabilized, still HD decent quality, I am so looking forward to this feature. The iPhone 13 Pro also has some new features. It's going to have this A15 Bionic chip, which is powering this. It also has a new ProMotion mode that we've been asking for ages now. It's on the new iPad Pros. It's been on no phones what iPhone have made. So finally, we've now got the ProMotion mode. So you can now have 120 Hertz. It's variable, so it goes from 10 all the way up to 120. So this is going to be great for not only swiping, for having that nice motion, but also when playing games and watching some videos. All the rear three cameras have been upgraded. It's now got a 77mm 3x zoom for the telephoto. The wide camera is now 1.5 and the ultra wide should be even better quality, especially in low light. We haven't seen any updates or upgrades to the front camera. It would have been nice to have seen a slightly bigger lens on the front camera because in low light indoors, the front camera isn't the best, but unfortunately that's been left the same. The main features on here are, so the lenses are bigger, so the low light should be better if I'm using the rear facing cameras. Obviously the display, that 120 Hertz refresh rate, and this new cinematic mode. So if you have already a 11 Pro or 12 Pro, you're not upgrading into many new features, but these little increment features might be enough for you to upgrade. What I do like as well is if before you had to get the 12 Pro Max if you wanted the better camera, the better stabilization. Now, no matter which Pro model you get, they're all the same. The only downside to it is that because also a new feature, which is ProRes, which I'm so looking forward to using. This is the Apple's ProRes filming quality, so the quality is going to be brilliant. If you get the 128GB base model, you're only going to be able to record in 1080p. It limits it, so that's a bit of a downside to it. 100% you're going to have to get 256GB. I'm not sure why that does that, but I noticed it on the specs. But ProRes video, 120Hz cinematic mode, it certainly looks a fantastic phone, and I can't wait to test this out in just over a week. So what do you think? Are you going to be upgrading to this phone? We're looking forward to that cinematic mode. This is using Focus Live if you want to go and check this out on the App Store already, and we'll see you all soon. Take care.